Hi everyone, welcome back to another video. I just wanted to come out right away and say thanks to everyone who watched and enjoyed the game room tour. It got a way bigger response than I was ever expecting. Yeah, it seemed to really have connected with a lot of people, which is really cool. I hope that everyone who watched it got some cool ideas for their game room, or just got a better sense for, my interests, my tastes, things like that. And yeah, again, I'm happy that it connected with so many people, and I hope that for all the new folks that subscribe to the channel, I hope you'll hang around and enjoy the other videos too, because we do a pretty wide variety of stuff, collecting focus stuff, review stuff, all sorts of things. But on the topic of that game room tour, when I made it, I said that part of my incentive is I wanted it to be kind of a time capsule. I was planning to do some rearranging to the game room, and I wanted to kind of remember what it was like initially. And I've done that now. You may, if you're really observant, you may be able to tell based on the backdrop that there is definitely something else going on today. But if not, I'll show you what I've changed around. So this is not by any means going to be a full game room tour. I just wanted to show you the updates that I made so that folks that did see the game room tour can see what I updated and why, and kind of get the before and after. So I will go ahead and flip this camera around, and we'll kick it off and just kind of show you the new layout. All right, so one of the main things that's changed here, you can see the door up over there, is I've completely rearranged the way that this island sort of intersects the room. So I'll show you around the other side here. You see that it's now sort of cutting this room in half the opposite direction. Before, this shelf, actually not this shelf, a different shelf, used to be coming out right here, and then the computer desk was over here, and on this side was all my PS4 and PS3 games, and then the other side was Wii, Xbox One, Wii U, Genesis, all sorts of stuff. But I have now moved stuff around, and we're cutting it this way, which I think provides a much better view, just kind of a much better vibe for the room. I don't know, can't really tell you why, but before coming in, it felt weird because you'd come in through the door and you'd go around and then end up over here. And now coming in this way, it just generally makes things feel a lot better, and it also makes this space feel a lot more open. It actually, despite adding shelves, I think that it's made the game room overall feel bigger. So it's just a really good example of how to use your space effectively. But let me show you some of the more specific things I've changed. First off, this shelf is brand new. There's actually two of them that are back to back. You can see 1, 2. I'll show you the other one in a sec. And this was built because I was running out of space for my PlayStation 4 games, and I wanted things to be just a little cleaner. So I've now built this. It basically perfectly fits all my PS4 games, which is actually kind of concerning. I was hoping I'd have a little more room to grow, but just kind of the height difference of the cases and stuff makes it so it fits perfectly. Before, basically every shelf had this much dead space at the top, which was not ideal. I don't like having a lot of dead space. I much prefer like a nice clean, just a tiny gap right there. And I know that the perfect solution would be to build my own shelves that match the game cases perfectly, but in the absence of time, energy, money, all the things that requires, I bought these. These are the Atlantic Oscar shelves. I forget, there's multiple sizes of them. I think that this is the second, like the medium size. There's smaller ones that I think are mostly just like this top section. And then there's ones I think that are slightly taller that I considered, but we went with these ones because these ones are on sale, which was really nice. I do still plan on, you see I pointed out this dead space at the top right here. I'm actually going to shift all these shelves up to make that dead space mostly kind of in the middle. So it'd be like this shelf, and then there'd be the other shelf like right above it, which would create a narrow gap. And I could put some figures and stuff in there to better use that space. Unfortunately, I can't just like rearrange stuff to fit absolutely perfectly because this middle shelf is non-negotiable. You have to have this one in its current place, and then these other ones are height adjustable. So Yeah, very excited to have all these on here, and the PS4 collection is only going to grow, so I'll need to use some of the other space on the other shelf. Also, please don't don't judge me too hard for the fact that these are completely unalphabetical. I tried to keep them alphabetical as I move stuff around, but it just wasn't happening. So I have yet to go through and re-alphabetize all the PS4 games. We actually built this on stream, which was pretty fun. Folks got to just hang out. We did like a Q&A while I built it. Then the next big change is this shelf. This is actually a different shelf than the one that was in here before. So if you saw the game room tour, I pointed out that these shelves are from an old video update, like an old former video rental store. And when I got them from that store when it was going out of business, there was actually two of them. There was this one and then the larger one that used to be in here. Now this one still has a little bit of the effect, but if you paid attention in the other game room tour, the other ones were really bowed. Like they definitely were doing that from just the weight of all the games. So the smaller one fits a lot better. It does not have that problem, and just kind of generally, I think, fits the space a little bit nicer. So I moved all the Genesis and Master System games up here, and then down here I still definitely have some space to grow. I'm actually, ooh, no spoilers there. That's for a future pickup video. So yeah, I think that works out really well. And then let me get things adjusted here, and I'll take you around the other side, and I'll show you what it looks like over there in that hallway, and the other changes over there. All right, now I'm standing in the entrance to the room. You can tell there's the welcome mat, so you know I'm in the entrance. So this is the other shelf. Again, we were just on the other side over there, and now we're on this side. The lighting is going to be worse. It's just a dark corner of the game room. Not much I can do there. But so this is the other shelf. You'll notice that there's a lot more space on this, which is very exciting. So I have my PS5 stuff here. That this is sort of temporary. It probably will get moved to the other side, but I'm not sure because I don't know how I'm going to handle the PS4 overflow here. Plenty of room to expand. I've got my Xbox One stuff here. So this is kind of more modern games, and then all my Switch games, which I kind of didn't realize I had this many Switch games. These used to be over here, which is now Vita stuff. And when I moved them onto these shelves, I was like, wow, I'm surprised that there's that many. So these also need to be alphabetized. You know, probably need to be scooted up and moved around to make it look a little bit more clean, but they work here for now. And I have my like special editions and bigger box stuffs just hanging out. So you can see I'm using this shelf really inefficiently, and yet I still have plenty of room to grow, which is exactly what I wanted and why I made the decision to buy two of these shelves, set them back to back, and cut the room in half this way, which is so nice. So now you know you come in and then you turn and there's a hallway here, and then you go around the corner and you have the other stuff. So here's the other side of that shelf that we were just looking at. It's going to be hard to get a big view of it, but I have all my Wii stuff here. I now have the most important consoles, the new one and the Gizmondo and the Zodiac, much more proudly displayed. Very happy to see that. Wii U right there. I don't know why that's behind this PlayStation sign. I'm probably ultimately going to get rid of this. It has a crack in it, and it's just... I've kind of gotten my enjoyment out of it, but now I can have my signed copy of Super Meat Boy more visible. And then PlayStation 3, and we have like the PC big boxes and stuff down there. So you see here's a bunch of space over here too, and just in general a nice clean layout. We like a nice clean layout. This has also allowed me to put some stuff up here, very temporary, but at least we can display some of my bigger box stuff. You know, the Mario Kart Live, Persona 5. This is the back of my Sonic display, and it looks pretty good. That let me also move this over right here. Sneak by myself here. So now I've moved this box and put a bunch of the plushies that I enjoy. A much better display for my cool little dioramas that I showed off. And yeah, it'll be nice because I'll be able to swap out what's on top here to sort of suit my mood and my tastes at the time. And I think it just looks a lot better overall. And then the big final change that I've made, and a large impetus to make all these changes, was a new computer desk. Haha! Yes, I Very much needing a new desk. If you recall, I had this like old glass top, pink hand-me-down thing. It was not working. I was not enjoying it. And so now I have a nice L-shaped desk. It's much better equipped for me to do streaming. You can see I got the ring light there. It fits perfectly into this corner here, which is awesome. I have space to actually put my legs, which I did not before because my PC used to be directly underneath my feet. I also now have space to put consoles and stuff while I'm streaming. So like, you know, I've been doing some N64 stuff, and I just streamed Rango on PS3, so that's why those are there. I'm actually probably a topic for a separate video, but I'm on a quest to beat every N64 game that I own, and I'm getting pretty close. And then that's Switch is there because I've been poking at Live Alive trying to finish that one up. But yeah, I love this new desk, and very, very happy in general with the overall layout, you know. So the desk is here, and then for context, we swing around, and here's where that main area was. Much cleaner, much more open, much nicer. It just feels good to have it all organized. Now, that said, there are a couple things that I still plan on changing. So if you're interested in that, I will show you those things here in a minute. All right, so probably one of the biggest things that I want to update is this shelf. It actually, I like the look of it. I like the spacing between the 3DS and the DS games, and I think that like generally it looks really good for DS. The problem is I've just outgrown it. My 3DS collection continues to grow. There's an infinite number of cool DS games that I want, it seems. And so I just don't have enough space. This actually, they're alphabetical. If we look, the last one here is Super Monkey Ball, which is an S game. And all the rest are like tucked over here, not even on the same shelf adjacent to it, like right over here. So I need to get a new shelf or figure out a way to get all those games in one spot, which I just haven't done. Another thing you can tell is that my complete Dark Cloud 2, you're in my way, buddy. My complete NES games are one, just like crammed onto this top shelf, but then also some of them are just chilling, facing, or with like a different orientation right here. And there's not enough space for, I have a handful of others that are not there, so I need to find more room for the complete NES stuff, but I will. And then another big one is probably that I still have not hung up this DS sign. I have not found a good spot for it yet, you know. It could fit up here, but then I'd have to get rid of the Game Boy Color towel, so we'll figure it out. It could also go up here. I can move one of the like Nintendo posters that you got from Club Nintendo. Have not decided. I'm also a little bit, I don't know, I know that they're designed to be hung up, but I'm a little bit nervous about actually hanging it. Just because it's pretty heavy. Like this thing is solid. Ooh. It does light up though, which is really cool. So that's something else that I'm looking to address too. And then I will obviously probably update what's up here and just tweak that around a little bit. This shelf up here is also not final. But I was able to hang my Hollow Knight thing right there. So yeah, a lot of cool stuff that I can still do, but just a much better vibe overall. So I'm quite enjoying the look of things right now. Anyways, that'll do it. That is going to end the video. I just wanted to give you all a quick update as kind of a thank you for the enthusiasm for the original Game Room Tour and to let you know how things are changing. I actually discussed a lot of this stuff on my Twitch stream, and we did some of the actual moving around live on the air, which was a lot of fun. So if you're interested in that, I'll have a link in the description to the Twitch stream. Otherwise, I have a lot of other cool videos coming up soon, so feel free to hang out if you so enjoy. And yeah, thanks again, everyone. We will talk again soon, and keep enjoying your game rooms.